What you say, Sidewinders? Welcome back to another video. We got a regular event today, defending champion. This is a custom world finals, and we got some custom trucks, as you can see right here, with our first competitor. 16 trucks, 16 drivers, and we have a defending champion coming back with us, as I mentioned. Introducing first, though, running a custom design with the light blue and black. A great driver, always does fantastic in these competitions no matter where we are. Please welcome Cam Murphy and Bakugan Dragonoid. Next truck out is our friend from Australia. He's got the flag on the back, member of the legendary team with a great driver. Please welcome Rick Long in the Aussie Bigfoot. Next truck out is a legendary machine and driver that unfortunately we lost earlier this month, but always unique and always fantastic. Please welcome Jack Caberna in Cyborg. Next truck out is a great looking machine looking to break through. He has had some struggles in these competitions. He's got the 3 flags on the back and a great looking truck. Please welcome Alan Finstermaker in Backlash. Next truck out is another great looking truck with a great driver. Our first look at this one in our competitions, I believe. Please welcome Greg Adams in the Trick Flow Eliminator. Next up is a classic GMC looking to take command of this competition with a great driver behind the wheel. Please welcome Kenny Crum in Commander Crunch. Next truck out is a classic machine that you may remember from back in the day. Back in the 80s this truck competed. He's on an updated chassis now. Please welcome Seth Dalton in the AM/PM Boss. Next truck out is a very unique design truck that made its debut not long ago. The son of Matt Pagliarulo in Jester behind the wheel. Please welcome Michael Pagliarulo in Recreation. Alrighty, that's all for the purple lane. Now to the red lane. Next truck out, a legendary driver, World Finals champion, running a custom taxi design today. Please welcome Mr. Excitement, Jim Kohler in Avenger. Next truck out is another legendary truck and driver. Big horsepower in this Ford, as he tried to demonstrate it there to raise the front end up, but a little too slick out here. Please welcome Dan Runte in the Power Wheels Bigfoot. Next truck out is another great truck and driver, the man of many machines. You may remember this truck from a pretty infamous moment at Atlanta Freestyle a while back. Please welcome Chad Fortune in the Soldier Fortune Gunner. That clip ended too quick. Next truck out. Next truck out is a camouflage Jeep. Our first look at this one as well. Looking to make a name for himself. Please welcome Stephen Thompson in Team Realtree. Next truck out is another legendary truck and driver and another member of Team Bigfoot with big horsepower. Please welcome Eric Meager in Firestone Wilderness. Next truck out is a great looking machine from Bad Medicine Racing. The great driver behind the wheel running a custom black and red design. Please welcome Chris Rogers in Wildfire. Next truck out is a legendary Chevrolet on a updated chassis brought back by Tomfoolery Motorsports. The son of Charlie Palkin getting to debut in the same truck his dad debuted in. Please welcome Chucky Palkin in Excalibur. And last but not least, our defending champion. He's got the checkered flag on the back of that Chevrolet. He was absolutely flying last time out. Looking to do so once again and defend his title. Please welcome Nigel Morris in the V8 Bomber. Alright, here we go. Round one. Jim Kohler and Avenger going up against Cam Murphy and Bakugan Dragonoid. Both of these drivers running custom designs. We start on a bit of a platform, then we come down. And we go around this pole right here, around a tight turn, and then we go down Thunder Alley. We got a pretty even race coming down the stretch, and then we have two tight turns to the finish line over a set of crush cars. Here they come to the last turn. Cam Murphy goes a little wide, and it's gonna be Jim Kohler and Avenger getting the first win of round number one. Up next, Dan Runte and the Power Wheels Bigfoot going up against Rick Long and the Aussie Bigfoot. Two Team Bigfoot members facing off in round number one. This should be a pretty good race. Here they come around the first turn. They both go slightly wide, but they get through nicely though. Here they come down Thunder Alley. We have got a pretty even race coming to the next turn. These guys are looking neck and neck coming to the last turn. Rick Long whips it in to the final turn. Here they come to the line, and it's gonna be the Aussie Bigfoot. Rick Long gets the win. Dan Runte into the wall, and the hood comes off, and the Aussie Bigfoot moves on. Up next, Chad Fortune and the Soldier Fortune Gunner going up against Jack Coburn and Cyborg. Last time we saw Chad Fortune in this truck, he done a backflip and caught the front clip of the truck in the back of the truck. It was one of the craziest moments ever. Jack Coburn hard on the brakes in the first turn, and he's a little wishy-washy coming down Thunder Alley. Chad Fortune has the lead in the Soldier Fortune Gunner. Jack Coburn going wide, trying to make up some ground. Here they come to the last turn, and it looks like smooth sailing for Chad Fortune, and the Soldier Fortune Gunner almost noses it up, and they're both going over. They save it, but Chad Fortune, Soldier Fortune Gunner gets the win. Up next, Stephen Thompson and Team Realtree going up against Alan Fenstermaker and Backlash. Alan Fenstermaker looking to do a little better in this Backlash truck. Our first look at this Realtree Jeep with Stephen Thompson. Whoa, watch out, Backlash. Wheel up in the air, he gets a little out of shape, but we still got a pretty even race coming down Thunder Alley. They are looking neck and neck. Stephen Thompson goes a little wide. It looks like Alan Fenstermaker has the lead, but he hits the wall. My goodness, he had the lead. Now it's going to be closer. What a race. Man, oh man. And that cost him as Team Realtree. Stephen Thompson gets the win. Up next, Eric Meager in Firestone Wilderness going up against Greg Adams in the Trick Flow Eliminator. Ford versus Chevy, a big race for Greg Adams in the Eliminator truck. Facing that big, powerful Firestone Wilderness, he knows he's going to have to be at the top of his game to run with Eric Meager. We got a pretty good race coming down Thunder Alley. Looking pretty even, coming around the next turn. Well, Eric Meager had to slow down a little more than they would have liked to there. He hits the dirt hill a little bit, goes a little wide, and here comes Greg Adams, who has a good run in the Trick Flow Eliminator, and he gets the win. Oh, a hard hit for Eric Meager there. That can shake up your ancestors. But the Eliminator moves on. Up next, Chris Rogers and Wildfire going up against Kenny Crum and Commander Crunch. Great looking trucks here. Our first look at both of these machines. We've seen Wildfire before, but we have not seen this black and red Wildfire. They both take very different approaches to the first turn. Chris Rogers takes the smooth and steady approach. Kenny Crum just whips it in with the Commander Crunch. We got a pretty good race coming to the final turn. Who's it going to be? They both go a little bit wide. They take the exact same approach that they took in the first turn, and it's close. It's a good race, but it looked like the GMC, and it is. Kenny Crum, Commander Crunch moves on. Up next, Chucky Palkin and Excalibur going up against Seth Dalton in the AMPM Boss. Legendary trucks here. I think it's pretty cool that Chucky Palkin is getting to debut in the exact same truck that his dad debuted in back in the day. And he is also facing a truck that his dad would have been competing against back in the day, the legendary AMPM Boss. It looks like Seth Dalton has the lead coming to the final turn. He bobbles a little bit, 1, 2 wheels a little bit, and he goes a little wide. We got a good one going. It's a close race. Chucky Palkin may have pulled it out. Oh my, Seth Dalton's over. Couldn't save it. And the winner is Excalibur. Chucky Palkin moves on. Up next, Nigel Morris and the V8 Bomber going up against Michael Pagliarulo in Recreation. Our last matchup for round number 1. You see the checkered flag there on the back of that V8 Bomber truck. That means he is our defending champion. He has been running really good. Michael Pagliarulo trying to make a name for himself in this Recreation truck. He is hanging right there with him. We got a good race. It looks like the V8 Bomber has a slight lead coming to the final turn, but we do have a pretty good race. But it looks like it's going to be Nigel Morris. Michael Pagliarulo hung with him. It's a good race, but it is the V8 Bomber. Nigel Morris moves on. On to round 2 now. Chad Fortune, Soldier Fortune Gunner going up against Jim Kohler and Avenger. Two drivers that have been around for a long time. This should be a pretty good race. Chad Fortune pretty smooth through the first turn. Jim Kohler goes slightly wide, but we got a pretty good race coming down Thunder Alley. Chad Fortune has been really strong in that Soldier Fortune Gunner. It looks like he has the lead. Jim Kohler trying to make up some ground, but Chad Fortune's looking great, and here he comes to the line. It's going to be the Soldier Fortune Gunner. Chad Fortune is looking strong. Whoa, Avenger! And he saves it, but Chad Fortune moves on. Up next, Stephen Thompson and Team Realtree going up against Rick Long and the Aussie Bigfoot. This Team Realtree Jeep looked very strong in round number 1. Another big matchup for him facing the Aussie Bigfoot. Rick Long also trying to prove something. There was a time that we believed that the Australian monster trucks were cursed on the channel here. We got a good race going. My goodness, Rick Long, that could have been ugly. He tapped the wall going down Thunder Alley. That could have been catastrophic. Stephen Thompson having all kinds of trouble getting around the turn there. And Bigfoot has the lead. And it's going to be Rick Long as he goes for a ride.
into the wall. Lord have mercy. But Rick Long gets the win in the Aussie Bigfoot. Up next, Chucky Palkin and Excalibur going up against Greg Adams in the Trick Flow Eliminator. Big Chevy battle. Both of these trucks look very strong in round number 1. Chucky Palkin really doing proud for the Excalibur name. Greg Adams trying to make a name for himself in the Trick Flow Eliminator. We got a good one going coming down Thunder Alley. It looks like Excalibur has the lead slightly. Chucky Palkin, whoa, he slides a little too much there. Coming into the final turn, we got a pretty good race. It's going to be a close one. What a race. Oh man, Greg Adams hard into the wall. But he gets the win in the Trick Flow Eliminator. Up next, Nigel Morris and the V8 Bomber going up against Kenny Crum and Commander Crunch. Last spot in the semifinals on the line between these two very similar looking trucks that have both been very strong. Nigel Morris a little wide, so is Kenny Crum coming out of the first turn. We got a pretty good race coming down Thunder Alley. We're looking pretty even as they both whip it into the second turn. And it looks like the V8 Bomber has the lead coming to the line. And it's going to be Nigel Morris. The V8 Bomber still seems to be on a whole other level. And he's going to another semifinals. On to the semifinals now. Chad Fortune, Soldier Fortune Gunner going up against Greg Adams in the Trick Flow Eliminator. Both of these guys would like nothing more than to get a big win and move to the finals here. A nice turn there by Chad Fortune. Soldier Fortune Gunner, a pretty much perfect turn there. And we got a good one going. These two are neck and neck coming to the final turn. They are both looking strong. Oh, Chad Fortune taps the wall. Oh no, that's going to cost him. As Greg Adams, another strong run in the Trick Flow Eliminator. And he puts the big Chevrolet into the final round. Up next, Nigel Morris and the V8 Bomber going up against Rick Long and the Aussie Bigfoot. To see who joins Greg Adams in the Trick Flow Eliminator. Nigel Morris trying to be the first defending champion to make it back to the finals. A nice first turn there once again out of that lane. Nigel Morris nails it. Rick Long trying to become only the second Australian truck to make it to the finals. But it looks like Nigel Morris has the lead. Rick Long a little bit behind. He's on 2 wheels. A little bit of trouble there, and it's going to be Nigel Morris, the V8 Bomber, going to another finals, and he is looking strong as ever. He is on a completely different level right now. It's time for the final round, folks. Nigel Morris and the V8 Bomber going up against Greg Adams in the Trick Flow Eliminator. Nigel Morris hoping to become the first ever repeat champion in these competitions. Greg Adams hoping to win in the debut for the Trick Flow Eliminator. He has been here before driving the Mean and Clean truck, but it's his first time in this Eliminator truck. It's been running very good, and he's going to have to be very fast to keep up with Nigel Morris. This V8 Bomber has been one of the smoothest and fastest trucks we've ever seen. We got a good one coming to the line. What a race! What a finals! My goodness, they both gave it everything they got. The Eliminators over the wall, into the wall protection, and it is Nigel Morris barely getting the win in the V8 Bomber. And he is the first ever repeat champion in these competitions. What a finish for what a race. They were neck and neck the whole way. Tip the hat to Greg Adams in that Eliminator truck. I tell you what, he's going to ruffle a few feathers with that thing as well. But Nigel Morris in this good looking truck, the V8 Bomber, has absolutely been flying in these competitions. And I don't know who exactly is going to be able to top this truck, because it is very, very smooth and fast around just about any course you can put it on. Congratulations once again to Nigel Morris in the V8 Bomber. Enjoy the rest of his celebration. Be sure to like and subscribe. And as always, we will see you next time with some more monster truck action. So long, everybody.